Hello everybody, my name is the Crash Test Genius. Welcome to something a little different. Today we are going to not be playing Secret Mana Randomizer, we are going to be watching Secret Mana Randomizer. This is the weekly seed number 104. I was unable to do it this week. I was out of town and then came back from town and was exhausted. So I just missed out on this week, and I'm sure that the community would have been fine with me doing it after the fact and submitting my time and everything like that, but I just decided, nah, hell with it, I won't do it. But one thing that I noticed is that there were 2 times that were submitted that were very close to one another, so I already know the outcome of this race, but it'll be interesting to see where it goes. I only know the times, and so this will, I've kind of set it up as a mock asynchronous race between SolarCell and SoBeeZee. It goes by SBZ, so I'll be referring to them as Solar and SBZ. You were fighters this afternoon. I think it'd be really interesting for us to view, and for me personally to view a couple other runners go through a seed, the same seed, and like I said, this kind of mock-up, almost like asynchronous race, and see kind of what their strategies are, what their opening plays are for clearing freebies and everything like that. And and just kind of gonna do some commentary and stuff like that as though it were a live race. So because I have not stolen, I got permission, because I have procured, we'll say, the VODs from their streams of this, instead of having their commentary and their audio and everything like that, because it's all mishmashed into a single audio file for each one of their VODs. Instead, we're listening to some beautiful music right now. As you see at the bottom of the screen, this is Spectrum of Mana, which is a fan recreation of Secret Mana songs that is free to download. You could look it up. They've got 3 albums worth of recreated and reimagined music, as well as a bunch of artwork. You should check that out. The link will be in the description, as well as links to Solar and SBZ's Twitch channels, so you can check that out as well. So I'm going to try this. This is my first time setting this all up and doing all this. I'm going to try to track both of them at the same time, as well as listen to some awesome tunes and watch and do some commentary as they race through stuff. So let me go ahead and get these guys started. They should both be now starting up around the same time. So let's get this started. This is Weekly Seed. Yeah, they're pretty close to one another. Weekly Seed number 104. Let's look at, while this intro sequence is going on, let's take a look at what the settings are. We have a, let's see, it is a vanilla long goal. They are doing double experience and single gold. Many chest traps with a high chest drop frequency. They're finding other characters at current level, and both characters exist. They're starting with the boy. I'll mark that in a second. They've got random enemy spawns. Bosses are not marked. They're both starting with the bow and the boy. And that's it in restrictive logic. So let's take a look, and I'll try to not to get too engrossed with everything that's going on. And remember to actually track stuff as well. So they're both rushing into the Elder's house right away, looking to castle for Undine magic. So that's a good hint for them to get. They got a glove orb from the person at the chest in the Elder's basement. Undine may be necessary for us to complete the game. Let's see, looking for shade. Okay, so we have hints so far for 2 of the elements that may be necessary to beat the game. So in order to... SPZ's having some trouble with random enemy spawns, and the Sprite is an Empire. Okay, so there's some good hints off the bat with these signs in the opening area of Potos. Dryad Seed. Okay, Dryad Seed, not necessarily for completing the game. Oh, SPZ is just having a rough time with these random spawns, and it's going to reset, getting stopped by goblins, and then getting... frozen or immolated by fire slimes, some red drops, and that usually, anything that happens like that that's a stun, I think it takes like 15 seconds for your character to come out of it, whether you get frosted or frozen or anything like that. Or frozen's the same thing, or immolated, anything like that. So Solar is going to head to the upper land for the 2 chests in Moogle Village, so we're going to see what those are. The Fire Seed and a Sword Orb, okay, and he's going to dip from there. So yeah, it's interesting to see some possibilities in changing different opening routes. Solar's kind of running. It looks like everybody's running. Solar and SoBeeZee are both running. So far, opening that I would normally do. You know, you just try and go to the closest possible freebies a lot of times. And we got the Wind Seed. Okay. And then SoBeeZee is going to be picking up that Fire Seed and Sword Orb in Moogle Village, and then moving on probably to Matango to pick up the chest there in the treasury. SolarCell moving on. Don't know where he's going to go. I usually, after this, I go to Clear Empire. I go to Southtown and then move on from there. Solar's probably going to do the same thing. SoBeeZee is now landing in Matango and is going to get that Wind Seed. Solar going to talk to Mar to get a freebie. The Water Seed. Wow, a bunch of seeds out the gate. Too bad this is not a Mana True Revival. So yeah, for a vanilla long game, what the people will need to do, what the runners will need to do, there's the Mana Palace at the end of the game, the Grand Palace. It has 7 orbs that could have up to 7 different... SoBeeZee checking the Matango shop before rolling on. I didn't really notice anything there. I saw some turtle armor, just kind of glancing back and forth. It's a lot of stuff to keep up with. Solar now in Northtown Ruins to get the... getting moogled and not taking any more damage. Being able to run, being able to skitter away as a moogle. Continue on and get the treasure chests on the balcony. Picking up a boomerang orb on the first one. SoBeeZee instead, opting to go and check the shop and possibly pick up the hints at the orbs in Mandala. But yeah, so there are 7 orbs for 7 brothers. 7 orbs in the Grand Palace that need to be triggered with magic in order to unlock the ability to beat the final boss of the Mana Palace. What kind of hints are we going to get here? Grand Palace. You'll need Shade. Okay, so we already have a hint for Shade as well. Tower keys in a town. I'm not writing down any hints, so I've kind of already forgotten stuff. But SoBeeZee, as you can see, there's a pause there to take time. That's a nothing thing. Solar is going to be picking up Shade Magic. So there's Shade, which is now we know is necessary. Mech 3 is Lunar Magic. So Lunar Magic, you were going to get right before you go into the Mana Palace. Or Mana Fortress, rather. Oh my gosh. Those 2 hints back to back for SoBeeZee. Oh my gosh. And I didn't even see what the third one was. Because I was watching SolarCell has now landed at Northtown and is going to get the hint from Chrissy. So, Fire Palace Final, the Earth Seed. Okay, so that's probably not necessary. Hopefully not necessary. Otherwise, we already have the Fire Seed, but we'll need the Fire Seed, possibly three different magic elements, and the Whip in order to turn in that Fire Seed to get the Earth Seed. So hopefully it's not necessary. Solar now heading north into the castle to get the chest there. SoBeeZee is now going to fight the Darkstalker stand-in in Tasnica. So yeah, 7 orbs, then unlocking the boss at the end of the Grand Palace, which will then allow you to land at the Mana Fortress and go through and beat the Mana Beast, and that is the end goal, is to beat the Mana Beast. SoBeeZee now fighting the Darkstalker. The Darkstalker spawns other Darkstalker proxies. So what do we have over here? We have money and Undead Magic. There it is. And SoBeeZee having some trouble. Not able to talk to the... Oh, no. SoBeeZee is... There it is. It's no... no magic. That was weird. I don't know. He was having trouble talking to the king. Earthseed mid-game area. That would be Fire Palace. He's going to rope out and move on. SolarCell going down to the chest here in the basement, in the dungeon, that you normally get after. He's got only 4 health. He needs to be careful. You get after you beat Metal Mantis, and he's going to pick up a Whip Orb. Okay. SoBeeZee landing at the... Getting a Glove Orb at the Turtle Island. Solar Cell now done with Northtown, done with Empire freebies, and is going to move on somewhere else. Solar landing to go and speak with Rudolph and get the free chest in Santa's house. SoBeeZee has landed at Southtown. Hint from Rudolph. Need 5. 5 elements, of which we know in a Bow Orb, Shade and Undine? Did we learn? I'm trying to remember now, because I'm not taking notes. Found the Water Seed. Shade and Undine, if we learned the locations, or if we learned that they also were necessary. We know that Shade is necessary. All right, now Solar is moving on to the freebie at the top of the... Not Water Tower, Lighthouse. Similar but different. Top of the Lighthouse to talk to Picard. And SoBeeZee is now going through the rest of the Northtown checks. Or the rest of the Empire checks. Already did Southtown, moving on to Northtown. Solar did not dive the chest in the back of Northtown Ruins. We'll see if SoBeeZee decides to do that. And now Solar, deciding, that's the wrong place. Trying to land at Mandala. Solar also going to check the shop. Let me peel my eyes real quick. Let me peep and see what they have here. He's going to buy some candy, and is that a battle suit? Spiky suit. It is possible. Yeah, so he has money for that right now from the 800 gold chest that he got in the right side of Northtown Castle. SoBeeZee went to Mandala before Northtown, so did not have that money for the spiky suit, so that's going to benefit Solar in the early game, having some armor on the boy. Though, I mean, you know... Oh, and SoBeeZee with a reset here. I guess just didn't like his... the people that he ran into in that room? I don't know. Shade Magic. There's Shade. Okay. Lumina Magic was the one that we missed out on. That hint. SoBeeZee done with Northtown Ruins, now moving on to Northtown Castle. So yeah, they're running their freebies, they're running their early game checks before. You want to get as much power as possible before. Normally what you try and do is gather up a bunch of freebies so that you have enough power to go and beat whatever boss is standing in at Wallface in Pandora, because beating that boss not only nets you the orb and the drop from the boss, but also unlocks the treasure room and gives you 6 more treasures. And the girl is back there for free. You could go ahead and talk to the girl whenever. But usually runners will save that. It makes the most economic sense, time-wise and movement-wise, to talk to the girl after you've beaten Wallface and just pick all those things up at once. One thing that Secret Mana Randomizer is interesting, the way a lot of their prizes are laid out, is that usually one prize is like right after the other one, so you either want to do everything in that area all at once, or you have to make that decision. You know, if you're in go mode, you know, the 2 bosses at Northtown Ruins are back to back. The 2 bosses at Ice Palace are back to back. There's Undine Magic for SoBeeZee, and then Solar should be picking up no magic from the King and Taznica in just a second. I wonder what enemy he's gonna spawn. Much easier enemy to deal with. There's Gnome. I forgot if SoBeeZee got this hint from the King. We'll see what it is. Earthseed mid-game area. Yeah, that was just solidified. You know, we already knew where the Earthseed was. That was a more vague hint telling you, hey, it's in the back of Fire Palace, or really at the Fire Seed location. So yeah, there are a lot of instances where it's like, oh, if you're going to do one thing here, you might as well do the other thing. Solar going to land up, deciding not to land in the flower field to get those hints, moving on somewhere else. SoBeeZee landing in Ice Country now to talk to Rudolph. Solar has gone back to Northtown. I think he's on that hunt for the Sprite, which we learned was an Empire, I believe. Total elements needed 5. What do we have here? Int and Wisdom, Chance to Confuse. Not a great bow to start off with. There's a bow ore, but Solar has some money left over. He can go and level up that bow once from Watts, so we'll see what happens here. We'll see if he double checks to see what he has. Thunder damage and con. So, not a trash weapon. SoBeeZee going into Ice Palace to get the chest back there. Solar has not checked this. Yeah, Solar, I think, is chasing immediately, trying to find the Sprite. We got a hint that the Sprite was in Empire. So we'll learn what freebie is here. Solar gaining a level, making all of the other enemies. That's a boomerang orb. Not worth it. SoBeeZee is now going to rope out and call Flammie, get out of there. Solar climbing up, about to fight the stand-in for Metal Mantis. Let's see what it is. It's... Oh, well, we'll get this out of the way first. It's Mech 3. Absolute horrible boss to try and fight. Lot of defense, lot of hit points. So it's good to deal with early on when it's not as much of a menace. Dealing some good damage with this weapon. Also casting wall and speed up, although it looked like it cast wall and then ran out. As you can see, even like a level 2 fight here. SoBeeZee picking up, I forget what was at the top. It was a weapon orb of some sort. I'm trying to look back and forth and see what is missing here. Or was it... It was nothing. I don't... it wasn't a seed. It wasn't... I didn't mark it. Okay, I missed out. Let's see what... Something at the Witch's Castle. God, this is so tough to try and watch 2 text boxes at the same time. There's a bow orb, and there's the Sprite. Boom. Right out the gate. Found the Sprite. Lonk has been found. Yeah, there's something... there was a hint at the Witch's Castle. Oh, and the Sprite has the sword. Wow. So that's going to open up a lot of the game. SoBeeZee going to check this shop to see what is wearable here. A hood. Not wearable power wrist. You going to pass up the power wrist? Okay. Solar is now diving the rest of Northtown Castle. SoBeeZee is going to check this hint outside of Kippo Village. Need Undine. I think we already saw that hint. I'm trying to remember if it was where Undine is or if it was a hint that you needed Undine. I think it was a hint we needed Undine. Solar hitting level 4. We're playing, this is a mode, the match player level. So as the players gain experience and gain levels, so will the enemies. So you have to be careful early game, over-leveling the enemies too much before you have good equipment. So Solar is now going to fight the second boss in Northtown. SoBeeZee buying... Looks like... Oh, is this, Oh, and finding the Sprite and having a ton of different magics to choose from. Another Mech 3. Oh, boy! Get them all out of the way first. SoBeeZee now going back to Matango to shop. And we'll see what they have access to. Oh, there's a raccoon cap and a tiger cap. Both nice hats to have. That are pretty cheap mid-game items that can carry you a long way for defense. So that's good to find that. Hopefully once he finds other characters, he will go back there and get them some nice headgear as well. So we're watching Solar continue fighting this atrocious boss. Just the worst. At the top of Northtown Castle. SoBeeZee, where are you headed? He's headed back to Northtown as well. So I think he's now chasing the Sprite hint. So he should be right on Solar's... Right on Solar's tail. Right in walking in his footprints, whatever you want to call it. Oh, getting caught by a burst. But he'll be finding Sprite soon enough. As well as... Well, he may not continue up at the top. He may find a Sprite and dip out and feel like that's good. So at the top, you get... What do you get? Solar, tell us what you get. You get a boomerang orb and... Oh my gosh, okay. Well, 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 well. So now all you need, I mean, this may be, you may not need the girl. You may not need, so Northtown Castle had the Sprite with a bladed weapon, and at the top had the whip. Okay, so all you need now, it looks like, is just the right stuff to get through the Grand Palace. You may not even need the girl. Probably don't need the girl, unless you need Lumina, which we got a hint for Lumina. I didn't see what it was. Oh my gosh, that's insane. That's so trash. But it's one of those things where it's like, if you're chasing and you're looking for the Sprite and you find the Sprite on boss number 1, it's one of those things like, you might as well do boss number 2, or do you dip? So Solar is now chasing the Pandora Treasury room, is going to go fight whatever's standing in a wall face, which will unlock the Treasury room. So he's about to pick up a bunch of drops from this. And also with 3 seeds, as well as 3 different ways to cast magic, or 3 different elementals, SoBeeZee taking down the Mech Rider 3 at the basement in the dungeon. And he's going to be picking up the Sprite, as well as, I forget what orb. The Sprite, the sword, and a bow orb. Maybe that's what I missed out, was that bow orb. I think they've done all the same stuff. It'll be fine. Whatever. SoBeeZee roping out and continuing. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. Lich at wallface. Once again, these difficult bosses that we've run into at the beginning of the run have not been fun. But have unlocked some nice stuff. Some stuff that is highly necessary. Need the whip. Need a cutting weapon of some sort. Also now, if you find the girl and Dryad, you can pretty quickly kill the Mana Beast, although you also have Shade and the Sprite, so you could always use Evil Gate. If you level up Shade enough, you can use that to kill the Mana Beast. And knowing that you're going to get Luna right before you go kill the Mana Beast at the Mech 3, not the 2 Mech 3s that we've seen already, not those. The Mech 3 location is going to give you Luna. So if you have the girl going into that, you'll be able to use Gnome, which you already have, as well as Luna to get fast crits. So SoBeeZee is now at the top and is going to fight this Mech 3 in order to get the whip. That is hard required. So Northtown Castle just having everything you could possibly need. SolarCell still fighting the Lich over in Pandora. Dodging shots, tanking things with the boy that just a spiky suit in a dream. Up. And Solar's Sprite has been frosted, so he runs it up into the corner to get out of the way. SoBeeZee dispelling magic, getting rid of the wall so that hopefully he can cast some actual aggressive magic. Yeah, trying to land a... There it is. Yeah, trying to land the freeze, so he's going to combo a bunch of magic on this Mech 3. And level up Undine in the process. That's some good damage right there. Let's see. Yeah, Solar's having a tough time with this Lich, but Lich is not a fun fight, especially low level. Because it's just being able to phase in and out, it just wastes a lot of time. And if you don't have a way to deal consistent magic damage to it while he's in that phased, hands up, hands only situation, that phase. Solar Sprite taking a lot of damage. I think he's bought some candy. There it is. Okay. And SoBeeZee is going to be picking up the whip. And what orb is it? And a boomerang orb. Okay. That's very good for SoBeeZee. And Solar will be picking up the... We'll see in just a second. Axe orb and a boomerang orb. So he's about to go to Pandora to talk to Pandora Castle to talk to the girl and get the 6 chests in the back, so that's another 7 drops. SoBeeZee is now landing in Pandora. Little high five. Oh, he's going to check the shop before I know he's going to check. There is one hint up here. Solar's going to go check the unlocked... Let's see. Moogle Belt on Witch's Castle. Okay, that seems like that was the hint in the flower field that I saw earlier. Something in Witch's Castle. Solar Cell is going to go to this armor shop that unlocks once you beat whatever is at wall face. So, little high five from our runners here. I mean, it makes the most logical sense to be doing this kind of stuff. Follow that Sprite unlock and then happen to, you know, go ahead, decide, well, I'm in Northtown, I might as well climb. Very, very well rewarded with that. So now it's SoBeeZee's turn to go fight the Lich and unlock Pandora's treasury room. So we'll see what Solar gets from the girl as well as from the treasury room. And from there, that's where things really start to branch off. Following these hints for Sprite and then, of course, doing Pandora early is a no-brainer. And after that, then it's just like, well, what are you going to do? There's Lumina. Got to find the girl to use that. That is some dead weight right now. Unnecessary. SoBeeZee making this run through the gauntlet. We have the Gold Key, the Dark Seed, Whip Orb, a Bow Orb, a Spear Orb, and a Spear Orb. Okay, so Gold Key, that's kind of important. The rest of it, kind of meh. Dark Seed. Dark Seed is of course more power for the Sprite. And if you wind up finding the girl as well. Do not have the axe to turn in the Dark Seed yet. But not 100% required. Not necessarily. Okay, SoBeeZee coming in with Freeze that was leveled up, fighting the Mech 3 at the top of Northtown Castle. Javelin Orb from Watts on Solar's side. Solar is now in Gaia's Navel and is going to be picking up the freebies there and probably checking on the Earth Palace Orb. To talk to Glove Orb from the Elder. And the Earth Palace Orb today is Sylphid, which we have not seen yet. SoBeeZee still dealing with Lich. Solar's now diving down to the underground ship to pick up the freebie there and possibly fight this boss. Salamando Magic, another... Okay, so, wow, we have 5 magics now, one of which we cannot... Oh, easy. Now we get an easy boss. Here we go. And you just picked up Salamando Magic, which Tonpole has a weakness to Salamando. So that's fortuitous. Yeah. So Tonpole is going to get nuked by the the weakness that was hidden under the doormat right outside its door, right outside its lair. SoBeeZee is going to be picking up, I forget what it was, the Axe Orb and a Boomerang Orb, and is then going to go pick up all that stuff. We get an Axe Orb, and what else? I didn't see what the other thing was. Oh well, that's what you get. I need to cross my eyes. I need another set of eyes on this thing. Hey, this is my first time doing this. This is fine. But picked up an Axe Orb, and then there was something else before that was also an orb. So we have the not Minotaur, Gorgon Bull at Tropic Hollow. This is going to give an orb as well as 2 additional checks. SoBeeZee is picking up what? What do you have? Wristband can't be worn by the Sprite. Just kind of milling about in the shop. I don't know. I guess a wristband for the boy, just to fill out that slot. So yeah, Solar's fighting the Gorgon Bull now at Tropic Hollow's spot, which will give an orb and 2 additional drops. Yep. Sprite cannot use, for some reason, I don't even know the reason why, but the Sprite cannot equip the wristband, which is the lowest level accessory in the game. Elbow pads, up. That's what you got to get for the Sprite. That's why normally when I find elbow pads, if I don't have accessories already, and I have the money for it, I go ahead and just buy 3 of them just to fill out those slots. Ooh! Sprite getting decked on Solar's side. SoBeeZee is going to be picking up, let's see, Lumina. And is going to pick up the Dark Seed, the Gold Key, and some orbs. I think it was 2 Spear Orbs and something else. We'll see what Solar gets. Bow Orb, Whip Orb, and then it was 2 Spear Orbs. Okay, let's watch what Solar gets now. I'm actually looking. Promise. glove, javelin, boomerang. That's it. Was that a boomerang orb? I think that was the boomerang itself. Gonna check out the armor and then SPZ. Yep. Just, you know, in the neighborhood. It makes sense coming here for 4 freebies as well as 2 bosses that'll give you 3 drops. Ooh, finding some nice headgear for the Sprite here. Whether you want to get the Silktail cap or the tiara. Both are good choices. If you have the money for the tiara, you know. I'm trying to think. I think you get a Javelin Orb from Watts. 1 more freebie at the Magic Rope spot for Solar Cell, SBZ. Just a couple minutes behind. Picking up all of these freebies after Solar. Finding out about that Sylphid Orb is also going to be picking up Salamando at the Sunken Ship and then fighting Tropicalo. And it is a Spirit Orb. Nothing important. Ooh, getting knocked out by the Mushboom over there. Or not Mushboom. Myconid, I guess? Yeah. Or whatever they're... The early game mushroom guy. Alright. This Tonpole is having a bad day. Where's Solar going to head now? Is he following some hints or he's just going to stay in the neighborhood? Yeah, he's going to go turn in the Water Seed as well as go to the cave. That'll get him 2 drops each. So turning in the Water Seed. So doing the cave first. The cave has 2 drops. It's a pretty good place to come to early game just because of that. It's easy to get in and out of. And it looks like a vampire. Just a vampire, though, not Buffy. Not the big vampire. SBZ spending a lot of damage on the Tonpole phase. Or the Tadpole phase. And then not so much on the Biting Lizard. Okay, so what was it? There's a Boomerang Orb and an Axe Orb. So that's what we missed on Solar's side, was that Boomerang Orb. Trying to keep things even. Oh, no. Lonk goes down. It's okay. He has... Solar has a single Cup of Wishes, as well as some candy to negate some damage. How about some armor, though? How about some armor, Solar? And SPZ is now fighting the Gorgon Bull, which will wind up just giving 3 weapon orbs. Nothing big going on there. The Sprite is taking a beating over on Solar's side against this vampire. A lot of this game is positioning, because a lot of the bosses will attack whatever character is closest to them, and so it comes down to a lot of positioning your characters. So positioning, if you have the boy, position the boy closer. Ooh, the boy getting petrified on SBZ's side against the Gorgon Bull. A lot of times getting the boy to have good armor and then trying to get the boy as close as possible to the enemies so that he can tank, because he'll have more health, he'll have better physical defense. The girl and the Sprite will have better magical defense. Alright, so we got stuff going down on both sides. I'm focusing up. I'm quiet now. I'm focused. Bow Orb. And then I think it was a Javelin Orb. Alright, and from Undine, we get a Glove Orb and some money. Gonna rope out and probably go turn in that Water Seed. SPZ is now going to get the Magic Rope drop. And then probably, honestly, we'll follow the same route. And what do we have here? Oh, another vampire. Wow. Wow, game. Good job. Oh my gosh, just duplicates back to, and not in the, in the same location. It's not just SBZ picking up an orb of some sort. I think it was a spear orb. But yeah, having duplicate bosses in the same location, having the Mech Rider 3 at both sections of Northtown Castle, and now having the Vampire at Undine Cave as well as at Water Palace. So SBZ is going to... Sprite is down on Solar's side. SBZ instead going to turn in the Wind Seed at Wind Palace, fighting a Tropicalo there. That will get 2 checks, as well as giving you a place to level up your spells, which could be good right now. You've got 4 seeds and some good magic. It may be good to sit there and just take a couple of minutes to grind up some of your spells to level 2, level 3, you know, just take a little bit of time. And at this point, having a little bit more magic means that you don't have to spend as much time talking to Sprite's grandpa to get your magic back. You can get more casts per... Oh my gosh. Okay, so Tropicalo is down on SVZ's side. Solar getting stunlocked. Ooh, getting stunlocked by Vampire. Yep, and that's it. Gonna do a reset and gonna probably run back in and try SBZ. We're gonna see what he gets. What orb? Javelin. Okay, yeah. Solar running back in. Gonna try. A little bit harder this time. No. Hopefully not get stunlocked with all the sleep stuff. SBZ running up the ramp. Unnecessary. The Whip Orb and a Whip Orb. Wow. Okay, yeah, he's going to sit here and level some stuff up. Got to replenish your magic first. Yeah, he was running up those steps to turn in the seed. he was playing vanilla. All right, so he's going to be leveling up some abilities, probably to level 2 or 3, and then moving on out into the world, able to nuke stuff a little bit faster. Solar having some trouble with the second Vampire. Hitting it with Shade. Leveling up Shade just in case that is how he's going to decide to take down the Mana Beast at the end of the game. No damage canceling items yet. There's the hint for the... Oh my gosh, both people knocked unconscious at Solar's side. Yikes. Not fun, not fun. We got a hint for the Moogle Belt. I forgot where it was, but I remember we saw a hint. Midge Mallet, no hint for that yet. Can still do damage canceling with Candy. Which we'll see right here. Boom. SBZ is still leveling up some spells right now. So as of right now, they've done the exact same thing, except Solar has done Undine Cave and is trying to take out Water Palace boss. SBZ has done Wind Palace and has leveled up some spells. So let's see where SBZ is. He going to backtrack and go back to the early game to do those same 2 checks. There's also, both of them have the gold key. You could go there and immediately get 1 drop. You can just walk in the door and get a drop. Oh, he's pretty hesitant. Where's he going to do it? Yep. Okay, so he's coming in to do the same thing. We'll see if he does it in the same order or not. But he's going to have an easier time of it because he has leveled up his spells. Solar finally taking down. Yep, SPZ is heading off to the right to do Undine Cave first. Solar finally taking down the Vampire at Water Palace and picking up an Axe Orb. And I believe that... Oh, the boy just got silenced. I was about to say, the Sprite just got silenced running into the boss fight. No. Stupid owl. The Moon Seed and a Spirit Orb. Alright. Moon Seed orb has not been peeped yet. So we don't know if we can turn that in. Solar may go there right now and check that. SPZ nuking this first... Yeah, look at this. So, okay, Solar's going to turn the... I mean, it makes sense. Going to turn in the Wind Seed so that he can have access to leveling up spells. He's got 5 seeds right now, as opposed to SPZ's 4 that he had. But, I mean, still, level 3, level 4 magic at this stage in the game, at these difficulty levels, plenty of damage. And... SPZ is going to level up and get his magic back and wind up getting the Glove Orb and money. All right, gonna rope out and go turn in the water seed while Solar is catching up with SBZ in that timeline and going to turn in the wind seed. How about these tunes, though, right? Spectre Mana. Go check it out. Or Mana, however you want to pronounce it. It depends on whether you experienced Magic the Gathering or the Old Testament first. How you pronounce it, I guess. Actually, I think Mana is in 2 N's? Like the bread? I don't know. I'm not gonna look it up now. I've got to watch too many things. I'm not about to do a Google search. SBZ sending out some big firepower. There it is. A much faster fight, and only having to do it once, but still, SBZ's fight was faster than either of Solar's. Just having that extra damage, being able to nuke down the vampire. So making up for some time, some lost time. And there's that axe orb, and it's going to pick up, I think it's just 2 more orbs. 2 boomerang orbs, I think, is what it was. Or something like that. Let's see what it was. Oh, no, it was a moon seed and a spirit orb. That's what it was. There was the moon seed. Okay. Solar, with a reset, dying, I think. So he's losing that travel time. SBZ has already done that. Go do something else. Yeah, he's gonna go check the moon orb. Solar abandoning that check at Wind Palace to come here instead to Kakara and check the shop and maybe upgrade some weapons. Yeah, armor's important. What's today's element? It's gnome! So, both players will be able to turn this in right now. I'll go ahead and mark it here because that's a gnome thing. Ah! A gnome piece of information. Shut up. All right, and welcome to, for those of you who haven't seen a randomizer in Secret of Mana, you can target anything. And that's an option that you can turn on and off, is being able to basically have infinite cast range. Sword orb and a bow orb. Nothing much, but if you wind up finding the girl and Dryad magic, hey, having some stronger sword will be better for that final boss. May be able to 0 cycle the Mana Beast. SBZ is going to go check and see what he can unlock, what chests he can gain access to in Fire Palace. Solar coming back with a second bout against Tropicalo in the Sprite Village in front of the Wind Palace. So let's see what we have. What is our first orb? It is Luna. Wow. Okay, so nothing of value is here because Luna, as we all know from our hint, and Solar is taking down Tropicalo over Sprite Village. Luna is what you get when you beat Mech 3, or what is the standard for Mech 3, which is at the end of the Mana Palace. So, yeah, Luna is not necessary. It's not required for the game, is what we've learned here. Nor is turning in the Fire Seed, nor is anything else in Fire Palace. Basically, Fire Palace is not necessary to beat this game, is what we've learned. So anything in Fire Palace right now is just dunzo. And this first chest is a Sword Orb. Do not have the Light Seed yet. We'll see if... But you can get the second chest by beating the first boss. So it looks like SBZ is going to do that. Go up and beat the first boss, get the second chest, and then dip. Unless it's the Light Seed. Solar now not leveling up, just turning in the Light Seed. I'm missing some stuff here and there. Ah, baby snake. Just the baby snake. That's fine. Solar landing at finding the we found the 2 snakes back to back. Oh no. SBZ fighting the baby snake and Solar fighting the real danger noodle, Javelin Orb over here on SBZ's side, and then we'll open up the next chest, and then unless it's a Light Seed, he's gonna dip. Boomerang Orb. Okay. Yep, there's that. All right, that was the Light Palace. Wasn't it fun? Solar Cell, for one check in the furnace, is fighting another really rough boss. Oh no, getting moogled. Especially since they don't have Sylphid yet. SoBeeZee is going to go to this. Oh, is going to Ice Palace first. Man, they were right next to each, just next door to each other the whole time. Hopefully, Solar will only have to fight this boss the one time. So yeah, SoBeeZee having that whip from the top of Northtown Palace is going to run through all of Ice Palace now. And down goes the Dragon Worm. Thank goodness. What a horrible fight that is. Oh, watch out for the goblins. And what did it give you? Oh, no! Suck it. I'm trying to remember. I think there are 3 nothing checks. Oh, what is it? The Sprite hanging off of the bookcase. And our 3rd vampire at the Triple Tonpole location. And Solar coming to do the same thing. I mean, he's in Ice Country. Why not? And we'll probably see SoBeeZee after doing this. We'll go fight the Dragon Worm and then get disappointed as well. So yeah, our runner's making a lot of the same choices. I'm trying to remember what our hints were. Solar. Oh, Solar hasn't made this check yet. Solar has not been here yet. I forgot about that. SoBeeZee with the... It's a longer explosion, longer death animation for the Triple Tonpole fight for reasons. A Boomerang Orb for both of you. And then Solar Cell is going to continue on SoBeeZee. So this is one of those things that I said, oh no, the Sprite goes down for SoBeeZee. Taken down by a zombie beast. Is going to reset and respawn the Sprite. I don't know. That happened in the previous room. Nope. Oh, okay. Never mind. It happened when you first walked in the door. Yeah. Triple Tonpole was killed. This is the next room. This will take you to teleporter to a very small room where you just basically walk straight through the door to the next boss. So, you know, this is one of those locations where there are 2 bosses, one right after the other. You might as well fight the second if you're going to fight the first. SoBeeZee fighting Ice Gygus, and it's your boy. It's Kettlekin. There's a Kilroy. I forget which one is Kilroy and which one's Kettlekin. I think it's Kilroy. I really don't remember. And then Solar is now fighting his 3rd vampire, getting some payback from the Water Palace, from the strife that he had to face there. SoBeeZee's staying really close to this robot, and okay, having some trouble. Sprite's taking a lot of extra damage. Solar is about to pick up that same orb. I believe it's a Boomerang Orb. Yep. Oh my gosh, just having some trouble with this robot. I mean, it also, you know, you find the Sprite, you find 5 seeds, you find a bunch of magic, you think, I'm just going to go in and nuke the whole world. But you're so low level at this point that unless you have fairy walnuts, which at this point you probably don't have enough money to have a big amount of fairy walnuts, you know, you're going to throw, you know, your like 4, 5, 6 spells, and then if the boss is still up, what are you going to do? You're not going to get Luna. You know that from the hints. You're not going to be able to drain magic. Javelin Orb, and... oh my gosh. Bunch of nothing in... in Ice Country. Just great. SoBeeZee getting depressed, flying away. Solar's about to follow in his footsteps, hang his head, call the dragon, call Flammie, boot scoot on out of there. SoBeeZee is going where? Just what you always wanted. Nothing. Thanks, Santa. Going to shop. Oh, are you going to get a hat? I think this is where they had the... Yep. Yeah, get some tiger caps. Load up. Tiger cap's such a good item. Whenever I see that I have tiger cap and raccoon cap, I think raccoon is 21 armor, tiger cap is 32. One is twice as much as the other. But a lot of times I'll look at it and be like, man, I have 1,100 gold. If I know where either one of those items are, I'm going to buy hats. They can be worn by all party members. They're great until like you hit level probably like 18. Solar's about to learn that he can too turn in this moon seed and get, I think it was a sword orb and something else. So SoBeeZee buying some hats. Solar getting stopped by the wolves at the gate. SoBeeZee going to land here and fight this first boss. This boss has to be cleared out, whether you do it now or when you finish. Oh, Spiky Tiger. Don't worry. Spiky Tiger's going to go down quickly if he can open up the Sprite and cast Undine, Sword Orb, and Bow Orb. Hit it with that Undine. The fire cat needs to be chilled out. Boom, done. Do not have the Dryad Seed, but this boss and the boss below it do need to be cleared out before you can continue on with the game. They are required bosses to beat, whether you do them now or whether you do them when you finish the Grand Palace. That's up to you. Solar going shopping. What do we have here? What orb are we going to get from this guy? Boomerang Orb. Whoop-de-doo. Cups of Wishes, Medical Herbs. So, I did not see whether... It did not look like... He's buying a couple of Cobra bracelets. I wonder if he'll level up a weapon. SoBeeZee going in. Oh, both of these bosses are going to get obliterated. So we have Axebeak down here, also weak to Undine. Will go down very quickly as well. Solar was about to walk out into the desert. I don't know what that was. He was about to go have a big think out in the hot, hot sun. And he is going to go check to see, and he's going to get the good news as well, that you don't have to do anything in Fire Palace. Fire Palace is not necessary. We'll see what you get over here. A Whip Orb and a Glove Orb. And he's going to target it and see that it's Luna and split. Now, let's see, Solar, I'm going to let you know right now, whatever you're going for is unnecessary to beat this game. I wonder if he... Oh, he just walked out. He didn't rope out? I thought he was going to try to cheese up... I don't remember how the strat actually works to get up that ramp to go check that first chest. SoBeeZee coming and talking to Sheiks to trigger another robot battle, having some difficulty getting moogled pretty hard. The Sprite not refusing to cast. Solar coming back to Northtown Castle to dive that third chest, as well as possibly fight two bosses. So we get to see a little differentiation there. SoBeeZee does not have the axe, but now would be a good time, now that you're on Sunken Continent, to check and see what orbs are necessary. You may find out that Lumina is necessary, and you have to find the girl. You know that Luna can't be necessary. So, of the 5 things that are left, do you need Dryad? Do you need Sylphid? Now's a good time to figure that out. A glove and nothing. This was an unnecessary boss fight. But it's one of the things, while you're there, you might as well do it. Is SoBeeZee going to... Yeah, he's going to run on down. Does not have the axe. Isn't going to run into underground... the Underground Palace. I think that's what it's called. Undersea Continent. That's what it is. But instead is going to check and see what orbs are necessary here for the end game unlock. So good information grab. Ooh, Solar just getting pummeled by this wolves in tight spots. Wolves in tight spaces. No fun. We got a Lumina Orb. Lumina is necessary, which means we've got it, but that means we need the girl. Okay. Oh, well, that's it. That's good information to know, and that is Gnome, so you can go ahead and trigger that. Solar is going to show us... Ooh! Getting sniped by, the Sprite getting sniped walking out the door by a goblin boomerang. Ugh. And it's the Dryad Seed. Interesting. Dryad Seed is a freebie that is available from the get-go. Turn that in, that could be the girl. Or that could be Sylphid, or Dryad itself. We don't know what is necessary yet. SoBeeZee... SoBeeZee wasn't able to check the left-hand side of the second floor, right, because wasn't able to unlock it. Shade. So Lumina, Shade, Gnome. There are 2 others that are necessary. I think we learned that we knew that Undine was necessary, or maybe we just learned that where Undine was. I forget. Do not have the javelin, so you can't trigger this little thing here. Oh, you can do it with the bow. Okay, I always did it with the javelin. It makes sense that you could do it with both. Okay, Solar about to fight the first boss here. What is it? That's the light seed. Oh my gosh, the light seed is upstairs in Mana Palace. Oh, just wall face, which you should be able to nuke down with gnome magic. Or whatever you want to do. Undine Orb. Okay, so there's... So, Undine, Gnome, Shade, Lumina, and 1 other. It may be Salamando? It's not Luna. So we know we need the girl. We possibly need either Sylphid or Dryad. But it may just be that Salamando is the 5th element. And then that's it. All you need is the girl. Gonna go back to Gold Tower and turn in that Light Seed? What's your game plan, SoBeeZee? Solar Cell, burning the wall down, burninating the countryside. Oh, coming. All right. Right to the same location. SoBeeZee is gonna be finding that Light Seed. No, gonna be finding something. I forget what it was. There's a Whip Orb and nothing. Okay. What was it that Solar found back here? I think it was just an orb. I don't see anything, like, important checked off. Need Undine. Thanks, Diluck. Oh. SoBeeZee getting shrunken and taking some heavy damage from wolves. What do we have here? Boreal Face for the second boss in Northtown. SoBeeZee's Sprite high-stepping it all the way down that long hallway. Get out of there. All right, Boreal Face should go down pretty easily. I think Boreal Face has a weakness to Salamander. No, it looks like the level 6 Fireball. I actually think Boreal Face has a weakness to Luna, which means you can't really deal damage to it, but you can sap its magic. SoBeeZee taking a death in Northtown, being shrunken down. And Solar taking down the second boss, taking down Boreal Face. We'll see if this run was fortuitous. If not, quickly yell at SoBeeZee, turn around! It's not worth it. The wall has nothing. Way to go! It's Javelin Orb and... Oh my god! 2 nothings back to back? Who rolled this seed? Not me. I didn't roll it. I hit the mystery button. I just hit the mystery button. I do roll these seeds for the community. Sometimes I just let the mystery button take care of it. SoBeeZee is about to pick up. I think it's just an orb. Nothing important. Solar, shopping. Are you getting some armor? Oh, no. No, of course not. Why would Solar buy armor? He has another 1,200 gold. Buy some armor. Go level up your weapons. Go do anything. Dryad Seed, that's what it is. No, he refuses. Solar refuses. Naked, armed with a stick. He's channeling the Secret of Evermore boy energy real hard in the gladiatory arena, where he shows up as like some loser with a stick. He's in his Marty McFly vest with a bone. Alright, Solar following behind SoBeeZee, going to nuke down. Uh-oh. Didn't level up, didn't sleep. So the Sprite is out of magic. Have to spend a costly 500 gold. Hey, that 500 gold could have gone to leveling up weapons. Could have gone to buying armor. But it's going to instead go, all of the proceeds go towards kicking Spiky Tiger's ass with an absolute tremendous beatdown from Undine Magic. All right, SoBeeZee is almost to the wall. And it's gonna, I mean, there's nothing. I mean, the right side of the screen, whatever. The left side of the screen's not much better, honestly. But the left side, Solar has Dryad Seed, which SoBeeZee did not. So we'll see if this was an important turn-in. Hitting level 16, getting their magic back. It is 1,000 gold and a Javelin Orb. Oh! Solar can buy 2 more Fairy Walnuts. All right, and then Axebeak is going to go down as well. Pretty easily. Both these bosses going down very quickly from being susceptible to magic damage, and our runners at this point having very high levels of magic damage, having so many seeds. Oh my god, so many seeds. Like, so much magic damage coming out. And we're coming up on close to an hour mark here. Left-hand side, it's an orb and nothing. I remember that. Whip orb and nothing. Super fun. Go talk to Diluc. Get information you already know. Go fight Boreal Face and get nothing as well. A whip orb and... was this another nothing? No, glove orb. Might as well be. You don't even have the glove anymore anyway. Alright, so Solar now going to fight, yes, the Watermelon, which is actually that boy, Lord of Mercy. It's Kilroy. I've read it now. Now that I'm able to kind of calm down, because I'm seeing stuff that's happened on both sides already. There's no new information. Kilroy, and then Kettlekin is the second iteration, that second robot. Oh, man. All right, so the girl is necessary to find. We do not have a hint for the girl, so now it's just... Welcome to Secret of Mana Randomizer. Are you feeling lucky? Sometimes you get good hints, and you can just follow those hints and, like... Oh, yeah, the game just kind of told me where to go. Or, you know, you do, like, the logical thing. You're like, well, I got this seed, let me go turn in that seed. Ooh, this seed gave me the sword. Let me go use that sword to get here. Oh, the sword led to, like... glove and nothing. But sometimes it's like, wow, I need these like 1 or 2 things, and I have no hints. It's time to just like clear the game and pray. All right. So SoBeeZee is going to move on somewhere new that we haven't seen, more than likely. Sonic gets whacked. Solar having no patience for all of these enemies, and we're crossing the hour mark here. SoBeeZee going back to turn in the Dryad Seed. Oh. To get some money and a Javelin Orb. Hey, 1,000 gold's 1,000 gold. Solar learning the awful truth. You need the girl. Sorry. SoBeeZee flying out, having seen all of this. Solar will be picking up the light seed at that second floor chest. Oh, is it time for Pure Lands? And you're not going to spend that 1,000 gold? You're not going to spend the 1,000 gold? You're just gonna just full send it to Pure Lands. Not going to spend the money that you got. You're just going to go. SoBeeZee. The B stands for balls. It's just going. There's no time. There's no time to go shopping. There's no time for armor. There's no time for, you know... Who needs armor? Look, the best defense is a pissed off, overpowered Sprite. This boss is screwed as well. Okay, SoBeeZee choosing to fight. I mean, it's fine. Choosing to fight with Undine Magic instead of what the boss has weakness to, which is gnome magic, but I guess just having Undine at level 6 and now at level 7, you know, who can stand in your way? Solar, the boy's on fire, finding the light seed. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we know, okay, so that's all the seeds. You're not getting the last seed because you turn in the fire seed to get the earth seed. And you're just not doing that. So we're done. This is the buck stops here, which is pretty nice because you're not going to accidentally get up to level 8. Oh, I didn't even see what SoBeeZee got over there. Wasn't even paying attention. Not the girl, so I don't care. We'll see if it's any magic or anything like that. I was watching Solar. Oh, it's a little baby Scooter. It's a little Scooty Puff Jr. Knight. Our second boss here. All right, Solar, where are you headed? Yeah, we didn't pick up any new magic. Headed back to North Town. No, Gold. Is this Gold Island? Gold Island. Gonna do the tower. So with the light seed, SoBeeZee not having the light seed to turn in the first time, just getting the 2 checks there. Oh my gosh, buying armor? Wow. You can get a ruby vest. Chest guard for the Sprite is a good buy. Still some, you know, decent armor here. And I can see, okay, Axe Orb and a Javelin Orb. That's boss number 2 in Pure Lands. I did not see what was in boss number 1. Not the girl, not any magic, so not important, is what it boils down to. And not the axe. So SoBeeZee continuing. Ooh, big hits. Solar finding a sword orb in that first chest and is going to move on up to the next floor to fight. I forget who. We'll see it. I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember this guy. Oh yeah, Baby Snake. Oh my gosh, here's our third Mech Rider 3 fight. And our second Mech Rider for the continent. Just trying to burst him down before he gets wall off. He's too busy running into the wall. He hasn't cast anything yet. That's impressive and surprising. Get those 9s. Yeah, and lower his armor so you can hit him with your level 1 sword. It doesn't matter. Both enemies nuked down. Javelin Orb. And then Solar is going to be picking up what out of the chest? Boomerang Orb. And then on SoBeeZee side, we have... Way to go. We have Affirmations, Boomerang, and... nothing. All right. 3 bosses down, 3 to go. Plus, the Mana Tree has a check. Here we go. Here's Kettlekin. The second boss of Light Tower, of Gold Tower, being Kettlekin. SoBeeZee is about to go fight in the Red Dragon Cave. We're on the back half of Pure Lands, fighting Blue Spike. Uh-oh, did not level up. We're gonna hard reset. Did not level up from the previous fight. Didn't check that. Didn't have enough magic. Quickly, kill some other enemies. Solar running out of magic and using a Fairy Walnut. Yeah, SoBeeZee is trying to fight some bosses. Uh-oh, forgetting the settings that it's all chest traps. It's all crap. Don't touch it. There's gonna be tons of chests raining down, and they're all bad. He's gonna scoot back out and back in. Solar's still fighting this Kettlekin. Kettlekin goes down, and the Light Seed is going to be turned into Lumina in just a second. SoBeeZee desperately trying to level up, but the Sprite is getting comboed by this Goblin. Ugh. Candy. Resurrected. An Axe Orb. Yippee. Ah, there it is. Okay, Sprite leveled up. And it's a Sword Orb and Dryad Magic. Alright. The girl is necessary. We have a sword. We have Dryad magic. Once we find the girl... Okay, so that... Unless Shade gets... super buffed. You know, that's probably the way that the Mana Beast is going to go down, especially we know we're going to get Luna right before we go fight the Mana Beast, and we know we need the girl in order to beat the game. SBZ, the Sprite has leveled up. Go on in. Solar Cell going back to the beginning of the game to fight another Scooty Puff. I think Solar's just trying to... I mean, SBZ's just trying to level up the boy, too? I don't know. Solar making quick work of the mech rider down there. SBZ running in with very little health. But it's okay because as long as you stay far away and as long as he doesn't use a special ability or a spell, Blue Spike can't really get past those pillars. What does Solar get from the beginning of the game? It's a Sword Orb and an Axe Orb. Bunch of nothing. Alright, I think that is early game stuff cleared from Solar. Oh no, LNAs. Haven't gone to LNAs yet. Cannot do Earth Palace. Let's see where he's headed to now. Matango Cave? Or is he going to shop? Is he going to level up weapons? Oh, he's level up weapons. Alright, Solar. Because sometimes the Sprite dies. Sometimes the Sprite runs out of magic. Sometimes you fight something that has high magic defense. And you just gotta slap them. Bow Orb and a Javelin. Javelin's a mighty fine weapon. Solar is now going to get some hats? Get some hats! Tiger Crown is a great item. I've already spoken highly of it earlier, and I will continue to. Every single time that I do one of these, somebody will buy a Tiger Crown, I'll be like, yes! What a wise financial decision to buy a Tiger Crown. Alright, SBZ continuing in. 2 more bosses to fight before getting to the end of Pure Lands and getting the check at the Mana Tree. Solar, done shopping, is going to go into the Haunted Forest to fight LNA and get a hint from a doll that I don't understand the origin of. I think I've talked to Mop about what these dolls are, and I've forgotten. What is over here in the trees? Oh, another mech rider. Okay. That is the 3rd mech rider boss in the Pure Lands. It goes down extremely easy. Just had no chance against such an overpowered Sprite. Jeez. Sword Orb and another 1,000 gold. Alright, one more boss left in Pure Lands for SBZ. Solar is now doing the crawl through LNA's castle. Let's see what boss we have here at the end. Is it going to be a jerk? Yeah, okay, so this is French Vanilla. It's one-off. The previous boss arena has the Thunder Gygus. Thunder Gygus... Oh, no! Well, Thunder Gygus, no, is weak to Gnome, but SBZ... I was thinking it the other way around. Is weak to Sylphid. It casts Sylphid. It is weak to Gnome. SBZ just hasn't really leveled up Gnome a whole lot, which is fine. Ooh, Fire Sword. The leveled up sword from Solar. Sitting around killing those dudes just because they looked at them funny. Those guys had it coming. So SBZ has the tools to take this guy down, but just not the level right now. Not the, has not leveled up the gnome damage as much. Alright, and what are we getting from this doll? Not talking to it! I got bosses to kill, Solar says. I'll talk to you, oh look, I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you later, doll. Oh, it's another Kettleken. Who cares? Or Kilroy. It's another Kilroy. This will go pretty quickly. SBZ, 5 hit points on the Sprite and is in slapping range. Up, getting nuked. And zapped. And slapped. And is dead. Reset from SBZ. I wonder if he'll take some time to level up the... No, it looks like he's just going back in. Oh no! from the woods! This goblin boomerang from the trees, from the foliage. What a bastard. Yeah, I wonder if he'll sit around and like level up Gnome and then level up the Sprite once and then go back in with like level 3, level 4 magic to start with. Alright, Solar, what do we get from the Witch's Castle? We get a Javelin Orb. And we're gonna get a hint. Excuse me. You pat its head. Girl in a cave! Girl in a cave. That would be, there's the Midge Mallet and Moogle Belt. both items. We knew the Moogle Belt was here. We got a hint already. But both items, both status items being at the Witch's Castle. This old woman is just hoarding magic items. All right, so girl in a cave means that he is going to be going to the mountains. Or is it Matenko? Oh no, he's going to Pure Lands. He's thinking, oh, there are 2 cave bosses here. Bosses 3 and 4 back to back are cave bosses. I think they're considered, quote, in a cave. So the hints in this game a lot of times are kind of like, you have to understand what they mean. And then on top of that, like, sometimes it's like, oh, in a cave. But what is considered a cave in this game? Because this is considered in a strange place. It's also considered in a volcano because it looks like a volcano from the top down, even though it's not a volcano. But there are 2 bosses, bosses 3 and 4 are in caves. And I'm trying to remember if they're considered, for the hint purposes, in caves. I would have gone, I probably would have gone to... Well, I guess... Alright, SBZ, after leveling up Gnome, takes down Earth Gygus, or Thunder Gygus. Casting Earth Magic against Thunder Gygus. Thunder Gygus taken down and is going to get these last 3 checks here. Javelin Orb and a Glove Orb, and is going to go talk to the Mana Tree and not get the girl. We're knowing that right now. And Solar is about to do all of this as well and not get the girl. But we're going to see what we missed out from SBZ. The first fight was a Spear Orb and a Whip Orb. So I'll go ahead and mark that in both. Boop, boop, boop. All right, SBZ is going to sit here for the next, like, 45 seconds. Look, the girl's right there. Turn around. She's right there. Ask her to join your party. Send her a friend request. Oh, man. Solar is about to fight through 5 more bosses to be equally sad. I wonder if he'll finish out the 4th boss and then dip. Knowing the girl, knowing there are no more cave fights. Money from a tree. Nice. SBZ. So Solar has the hint that the girl is in a cave. SBZ does not have that, but is ahead of Solar in checks. I wonder if he will now... SBZ will now go to get the hint from LNAs. Go to North Town to shop, perhaps? That's all I can figure. Is shopping and leveling up your weapons. Nothing else for you in North Town. Good bit of money, though. Fancy overalls. Man, that would have been nice earlier. That's a little underleveled. Ruby Vest. Great choice. Ruby Vest is a great choice right now. Getting 2 of those, leveling, and loading up on some consumables. Did not see the Ruby Vest from the opening of the shop. So, gonna pick up a gold bracelet as well. I tend to not buy, like, really upgrade my my accessories a lot. I'll look for a power wrist, which is cheap. It's 150 gold. It gives the user, I think it's plus... oh no! What timing! What timing by the Mech Rider 3 casting. So enemies have faster cast animations than the player characters do. So as the sprite was trying to summon Salamando to cast Fireball, the Mech Rider 3 went, I'm sick of this shit, and cast Wall very quickly. Counterspell. Right back at you. SoBeeZee is going to go up and fight the boss on the second floor and turn in the Light Seed to get, I think it was just money. I think it was anything important. Or no, was it Dryad? This may be Dryad magic, right? Fighting Kettlekin, and I think this is where you get Dryad magic, which may be necessary to beat the game. We still don't know what the 5th element is that we need. We know it was, oh my gosh, that... oh, the boy taking some damage. Just the magical jukes by this Mech Rider. Mech Rider 3 is just difficult to deal with. like even you see how like high level the characters are. Oh no! What? Okay. Oh, I guess he just snuck it in under the wall. Solar's cheating again. No. And SoBeeZee clearing out Kettlekin to get that orb as well as turn in the Light Seed. And I think it's for Dryad magic. I think that's what it is. Boomerang orb and nothing. Axle orb over here. Alright, Solar is gonna go through one more cave and we'll see if he dips after that. If he's like, not here. Sword orb and Dryad magic, that's what it was. Okay, SoBeeZee, you've cleared Pure Lands. I guess the only thing you haven't done that Solar is now catching up with you is LNAs to get that to Midge Mallet and the and I think that's where you're going. Oh no, you haven't done this boss. You're gonna everybody get ready to be sad for SoBeeZee. He's about to fight the Dragon Worm to get nothing. Solar defeating Blue Spike. His freeze level 7. I mean, it doesn't do 0 damage, but it's just not great against Dragon Worm. Left-hand side, we're not going to get the girl. We're going to see if Solar bails. Or if he's like, I'm 4 bosses in, I might as well keep going. Bow Orb and the Javelin. Let's see if he calls Flammie. Or if he just gets nay-nayed coming out the door. Yuck. Yep, he's going on. He's continuing. SoBeeZee taking down the Dragon Worm to get an orb and a bunch of sadness. An Axe Orb. An orb for a weapon that we don't have and don't need. And then we're just going to be very sad. I say we don't need it. Maybe the girl's in the underground palace. No, the girl's in a cave. We got that hint. We know that hint. Solar knows that hint. SoBeeZee does not know that hint. But in a cave means what? We may need the axe, actually. Actually. Ha! No, shut up. It may be... I'm trying to remember if Dark Palace is considered in a cave. Mantis Ant is considered underground for terminology in the hints. Not in a cave. And you think they would be the same thing, but they're not. Underground and in a cave. It's all about the cave aesthetic. Does this feel like a cave, or does it feel like it's merely underground? You know, does it have a cave vibe, or are you just subterranean? All right, two riders going down next to each other, which we know neither of which will lead to anything important. Sword Orb and 1,000 gold. Sword Orb and not 1,000 gold. An Axe Orb. Alright. Solar has one more boss to fight. SoBeeZee. I think the only thing that he hasn't done now is LNAs. I think we're about to match up. Big think from SoBeeZee. Looking to see what has and hasn't been done. Solar coming in with level 3 gnome. SoBeeZee spending some time in the air. Where are you going? See, he doesn't have the hint of in a cave, so he's probably thinking like, yeah, okay, all right. So, yep, crossing paths. So nobody, I mean, there's no reason to go to the mountains, because you don't have the axe. You need the axe in order to fight doppelgangers. You need the axe to get anywhere in Dark Palace. So that those two checks are, or all of those checks, the chests as well as the checks for turning the seed, fighting the doppelgangers, all of that's gone. Same thing with Underground Palace, not a thing. So until you get the axe, you know, all of that stuff that is underground or in a cave that you think like, ooh, this would be an obvious thing to go do. You don't have the axe. So what cave? You know, you've already done Undine Cave. So SoBeeZee is about to get this hint as well, and probably get going up the air and scratch his head some more. Well, you need to get in a cave. I can't get in any caves. I don't have an axe. Oh no. Sometimes the gate's up, sometimes the gate's down. SoBeeZee. I don't know. I actually have no clue what the trigger is for that. Javelin Orb, Glove Orb. And then it's about to get, I think it was 900 gold from the Mana Tree. SoBeeZee is going to get the Moogle Belt, the Midge Mallet, and a damn fine hint. I'm trying to think what else is in a cave that is accessible right now. Because we know it is not Fire Palace. Well, we know it's not Earth Palace, because you need the Earth Seed to turn that in. And we don't have Sylphid right now, and we don't have the Earth Seed. Okay, I wonder if... Okay, SoBeeZee gets the hint first, and then goes ahead and goes on in. Solar getting 900 gold from the tree. SoBeeZee going to fight Kilroy here. Matango Cave, I guess. You have the whip. No, you don't have the... No, you don't need the axe. Some of the... There are rocks in there to break, but you don't need to break rocks in order to get through Matango Cave. And that may be where Solar is headed right now. Yep, Matango Cave, I think, is the answer. That you need a whip, you need some sort of magic to cast. But you don't need the axe, because it's blocked by rocks, but once you cast on the Matango Cave orb, then it opens up the area, and you don't need the axe to get through. There are just some rocks there that you can break, but you don't need to break them. Solar loading up on some items. Did you get any armor? Did you buy any armor? He's not opening up the arbor menu. He has ruby. He has ruby armor right now. He has ruby vests. So, yeah, he's fine. All right, Solar. I think this is... SoBeeZee is about to talk to this old woman and get the Midge Mallet and the Moogle Belt, and then may follow suit. Because still no axe. Yeah, this is the only cave that I can think of that... And this, so this is one of those things that I talked about earlier, that sometimes the logic, it's not just like, go do something. You know, you got this hint that the girl's in a cave. Well, what caves are accessible? We don't have the axe yet. And as long as you don't find the axe, then the only cave that I can think of is Matango. SoBeeZee is gonna go... But you can't get in. Oh, he's thinking. He's about to go back up in the air. He's looking at his map. What is it? What have we got in here, Solar? You can just target it from there. Dryad magic, which was picked up by turning in the light seed. Oh wow, what? Okay, so he needed. Where did we get the light seed? The light seed was in the back chest of, wasn't the light? No, where was the light seed? I'm trying to remember where the light seed was. But you get the light seed to turn that in to get Dryad magic to come here with the whip that you got early on top of the castle. Use Dryad to unlock this to kill. What are we fighting? Thunder Gygus. To get the girl. Where did we get light seed? I don't remember. I didn't take notes. SBZ, there it is. That's it. Yes. Yes. I'm nodding at him. Solar making quick work of this Thunder Gygus. He's not his first rodeo. Just fought a Thunder Gygus at the end of Pure Lands. SBZ, maybe looking up documentation. Is Matango Cave in a cave? And also, what is necessary to get through it? Do I need the axe? No. You do not need a cutting weapon of any kind. You need a whip, and you need the right magic. There's no bushes to cut down. There's no rocks to break. You need a whip to get across the chasm, and you need the right magic to trigger the orb. But the whole, this has been incredible that they've kind of like have very tightly woven back and forth with each other. There've been a couple of high fives where it's like Solar just did this check and SBZ just did check B, and now Solar's gonna do check B and SBZ is gonna do check A, like just back to back. SBZ getting silenced by a stupid owl. It's the axe. Oh no! No! Oh my god! Oh, that's awful! So, you have to do Matango Cave to get the axe to unlock the other caves. That's horrible. Oh man, I'm glad I missed this seed. This is garbage. That's horrible. So, you either come here early and you get the axe, just like because. And who does that? Who does? Matango Cave is like so low down on my list of things to do, just because it's a long check for a single item. You come here, you get the axe, and that unlocks the other caves. Solar is now coming in here. SPZ, a couple of Moogle boys running around. Boogie Woogie Moogle boys. And now, SPZ gets the news about Dryad. Man, garbage. Hot garbage. I thought it was like, there's the girl, and they're done. No. There's the axe. Keep going. There's the spear. That's not a woman. That's not the girl. Buh. And hopefully you don't need Sylphid. Hopefully Sylphid is not the last magic that you need. SBZ making quick work of the Thunder Gygus on his side, about to get the axe and a heavy sigh. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Solar, is it the girl? No, it's a wolf. Oh my gosh, that wolf is kicking butt. It's a bow orb. I forget if this is considered in a cave. I think this may be considered underground? I don't know. Or maybe it just is in a chest. That's what hint you would get. But I would come here too. I would go, aha, this is underground. These are caves. Look at those caves. And these caves have been worked, but they're still caves. SVZ wrapping up his fight with the Thunder Gygus at the end of Matango Cave, and is going to be picking up a sword orb, and is going to go downstairs thinking, I've solved this puzzle. Give me the girl. Give her to me, and I may be on my way. And he's going to want to be damn. Stupid axe. It's an axe. This axe is no woman. All right, he's going to the mountains too. Solar nuking down the slime in Dark Palace. Oh, SBZ is gonna go to the underground. Ooh. Is that in a cave? He's thinking about that hint. Remember the hint. Solar wrapping up his fight with the lime slime. SBZ skipping that. Indecision. Such like visible indecision. Boomerang orb. Nothing. And 600 gold. It's doppelgangers. Oh my gosh, look at So SBZ is decided, hey, a cave. A palace is not a cave. A cave is a cave. Oh no. Is leaping over back and forth. Oh, where are you going, SBZ? He leapt back and forth. Is he changing his mind and going into Dark Palace? Is he getting armor first? Yeah, he may be leveling some stuff up. Oh, right. He's getting some Cups of Wishes. Because, okay, so for those of you who don't know, you can cheese the doppelgangers. So they're doppelgangers. They are the characters that match your characters on screen. Oh, Solar taking some damage from an Ifish at the top of the mountain and having to start that climb all the way over again. That is one continuous screen. Oh my gosh, look, he's sitting on the game file screen for a long time. He's sighing heavily. He's upset. That's a long think. Yeah, so SBZ picking up some Cups of Wishes before heading on. Solar taking this time. He's getting up, he's pacing. He's like, I'm going to the bathroom. No, so SBZ's going, wait, what's going on? Solar has run for a coffee break. SBZ is now, okay, making the right decision, it seems. Oh, Solar, where'd you go? What happened? Okay, so let me explain this. While Solar is taking a break and SBZ is climbing the mountain up and hopefully will not get nuked. You fight the doppelgangers. They are pairs of the characters, of the three characters in the game. The boy, the girl, the sprite. The boy, the girl, and sprite doppelgangers are always there, no matter what characters you show up with or how many characters you show up with. All three characters are there. The characters have oh, and there are hints up here. Let's see what the hints are. Underground for the boomerang. The axe is in a cave. Oh my gosh, if you'd come up here and gotten that hint first, if you have the whip, you could have gotten that hint. And it would have been like axe in a cave. Well, what? Oh my gosh, so that's the game plan, is come up here and get that hint. Oh my gosh, that sucks. Oh. Alright, Solar's back. He's recovered. He's done screaming into a pillow in his bedroom. And he's back. He's calm. He's cool. He's collected. And he's a little bit behind SBZ. He's got to do the mountain climb again. So you fight the doppelgangers. They have a lot of defense. They have a lot of health. They have a lot of magic resist. So you can't nuke them down. You have to like fight them. But a way that you can cheese it, a quick kill, is let them kill your characters. Because when the boy dies that you're controlling, the doppelboy also dies. Same thing goes with the girl and the doppelganger girl, the sprite, and the doppelganger sprite. So this is a check that you want to make when you have three characters, because you can just let a character die, like take off armor or whatever, let the character die, and then revive that character with a couple wishes. The doppelganger doesn't come back. So you just let characters die by removing their armor or in this case, not having a lot of armor. And then reviving at least one of your party members and having them live to the end of the fight. So that you get the reward. But if you come in here with fewer characters, you have to fight at least one of the characters. Coming in here with one character is insane. Do not recommend. But coming in here with two characters means that you can quick kill, cheese down two of the characters, and just then bully the third character. And it's not a fun fight, but it is doable with two characters. So SBZ resurrecting the boy. So now the boy and the Sprite doppelgangers have perished. See, dealing some good damage. I mean, that's level 7 freeze dealing what, 300 damage? It's not much. And these enemies have a lot of health. Oh, if you run in with a dead character, the character just doesn't spawn? Interesting. So. Or I guess it spawns and then quickly comes back. So, SBZ out of magic. Too scared to run in and slap the girl around. Solar fighting with... Ooh, dealing some good damage with that. Oh, is that the girl's dead? The girl! There it is! Oh my gosh. Horrible. Gross. Okay, there's the girl. The girl with gloves is what it looks like. And now, hopefully, you don't show up and say, hey, you need Sylphid. Solar using a Shade spell. Evil Gate has been buffed by Moppleton. So that, 1, it doesn't take 8 magic, it takes 5 magic to cost. To cast, rather. And also, it does a percentage of the enemy's health. Plus or minus, like, and then additional stuff. Depending on what level the spell is at. And there's Solar picking up the girl and the glove. SBZ getting some... Getting Tiger Crown? Tiger Crown for everybody! Yay! Oh my gosh. Gross. Absolutely gross. Train of Logic. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where the Light Seed was. But it was Light Seed, turn on the Light Seed to get Dryad Magic. Get the whip at the top of... Get the Sprite and the whip in Northtown Castle at the 2 different bosses. Take the whip and Dryad Magic, and the Sprite, obviously, to Matango Cave to get the axe. Take that up to Doppelgangers to get the girl. Yuck. And then, along the way, you're going to need to find Lumina. I forget where we got Lumina. I think Lumina was in the treasure chest in the after beating Wallface, or Lich in this point. I think it was in the Pandora treasure chest. Oh my god. Oh my god. Horrible, horrible logic. And then they are entering... Oh my god. They're converged. It's so close. Look at this. Okay, so Solar's he's just going. He's using the A button. SBZ is going to cast Gnome Magic with the girl. Has speed up, which gives you in the randomizer has been buffed to give you auto run for the duration of the spell, as well as fast charging. So SBZ is is too fast for his own good. He's too fast. No control. He's slip sliding around. Oh, watch out for that that owl. Okay, everything on the right side has been done, so Solar is now doing the left side. Oh my gosh, it's coming so close! Okay, so now I see why these times were so similar. My god, it's so cool to see them so neck and neck. Here they are at the sprint to the end. We'll see them, they'll be done within the next 15 minutes. Like, going through, casting all these orbs and everything like that, unlocking the great, all of the orbs in the Grand Palace, the Mana Palace. Fighting the final boss at Mech 3, maybe gathering up some supplies, and then going through Mana Fortress. Wow, once again, what a garbage sequence of events if you didn't get those hints. If you didn't go up to the top of the mountain when you had the whip to talk to the sage and get the hint about the axe. SBZ's pulling slightly ahead due to the auto run. I mean, look at how much. It's like if you play Secret of Mana. I mean, this is Secret of Mana. If you play Secret of Mana, oh, welcome. You should try the randomizer. If you play Link to the Past randomizer, finding the girl and getting gnome spells so that you can cast so that you can cast speed up and get the auto run going is like finding the boots in Link to the Past. It's like, it just is, you know, it may not do the same, like, unlocking things. Did Solar Cell, what happened with Solar? Did he get kicked down to a previous level? That was weird. I thought that he had run up all that way. Did Solar get kicked down to a previous level? Oh, this guy's dead. And Dryad was the last thing necessary, right? Okay, so it was Undine, Gnome, Shade, Lumina, Dryad. Dryad was necessary anyway through the goings-on through the game. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that back up. That was like an hour and 40 minutes in. That it looked like Solar, the boy was on the upper level, and the girl and the sprite were on the lower level, and the boy died or something, and somehow like got kicked down to the lower level. Maybe not. Maybe I'm seeing things. SoBeeZee got something there. Who cares? Unlock the Mana Fortress. Oh, got Luna Magic, right? And possibly a weapon orb. All right, you going shopping first, or are you just going for it? Are you just gonna send it, or are you gonna go shop real quick? He's just full sending. Here we go. SoBeeZee going into the Mana Fortress. Solar Cell finishing up his fight at Mech 3, taking down Fire Gygus with less powerful Undine magic, but that not a big deal because has such a weakness to. Yep, there he goes. SoBeeZee casting speed up again. Might as well, you know, also cast defend. Also finding allies at current level as opposed to level 1. Don't have to wait to level up the physical level orb. You can rope out. There you go. All right, we'll see if Solar goes and shops or if he just sends it as well. Yep, he's just going in. All right, here we are. The final sprint towards the end. It's been quite a run for these two. They've done a lot of the same stuff in a lot of the same order. Or just like back-to-back, like, you know, Solar checking A, SoBeeZee checking B, and then trading places. So interesting that they, you know, they went through and checked a lot of the same things at the same time. Oh, SoBeeZee is going to nuke this dude down. But, yeah, everybody avoiding checking the mountain hint, avoiding talking to the plush, of, you know, not getting the axe till much later, and getting the hints in that order. Getting the girls in a cave. Well, here's a cave that I have access to. Oh, this is an axe. Well, let me go check this cave. Oh, look at this hint. This hint says that the axe is a cave. Thanks. All right, SoBeeZee making quick work of this Fire Gygus. Solar coming in very soon to do the same thing. His speed up, wearing off. Is SoBeeZee going to get some levels on his characters here at the end? Yes. So he gets his magic back for free. There's okay. And there's Sylphid. So Sylphid and Luna, not even on this plane of existence. Luna, you get Luna, you picked up at Mech 3. Sylphid on the Mana Fortress. Wow. So yeah, this game had a much stronger logic chain that needed to be followed. Hey, you could bail. and go and check and see what's in Fire Palace. Now you have Sylphid. Whoop-de-doo. It's not going to be anything good. Forgot to mark Luna over there. Maybe you can go into Fire Palace and open one of the chests and get the Sea Hairtail. Turn that in and get 100 gold. Alright, it's slime time for SBZ. Solar finishing off Fire Gygus to get Sylphid. I'll go ahead and mark that. Yeah. I'm fine with missing this one. This seed. This is some hot garbage. I mean, it's one of those. If you decide to climb the mountain after you get the whip in Northtown and just check those 2 hints, you'll get a hint about the axe, which is kind of big. And then once you get the hint about the girl, then you go, well, what caves do I have access to? That one will give me the axe, which will give me access to get the girl. But then, you know, it depends on how early you do that in the seed. And those are checks that I would probably get the hint at the top of the mountain if I had whipped that early. I would probably go ahead and get those hints. I don't know, because I normally land and get those hints at Mandala very early on. Would I go back to the mountain to climb it just for hints? No axe to get through to into Dark Palace. No axe to get through doppelgangers. All right, SPZ finishing off Dread Slime as Solar Cell starts it up. It's a Sword Orb. So Solar Cell just a minute behind SPZ right now. SPZ casting some speed up to help sprint through everything here. A lot of times I will also, if I don't, you know, have kind of sent it into the Mana Fortress, and I have Gnome and the girl, it'll be speed up and Defender for everybody. Like, let's make sure nobody takes hits, or if they do take hits, they don't take, you know, 114 damage like that. Some bad stuff. Solar also picking up a Sword Orb. Man, we are getting to the end of it all. In our early to mid 30s for levels. All right, and our final boss, Red Dragon, dead quickly. Level 7 Undine, get out of my face. Solar will be happy to see that as well. Well, this has been a good showcase for both our runners today. I will say that there have been a couple of hiccups here and there, a couple of deaths, a couple of resets. But no real hard, like, you know, oh, I'm just bashing my head against this boss trying to get through. Especially since, you know, it's been single gold. It's normally double gold, and, you know, maybe that was the reason they didn't buy as much armor, because they were thinking about, ooh, I'm only getting single gold instead of double gold. I need to wait until I can afford better armor, and then I'll purchase it all at once, because I know that once I spend that money, it's gone. And I'm not going to get it as readily as a normal seed. Who knows? All right. Solar is right behind SBZ. Coming in, starting his fight with the Red Dragon, while SPZ starts his fight with the Mana Dragon, going to do Evil Gate strats. Wait it out, time it out. Level 5 Evil Gate is going to do how much damage? Let's see. 390. Solar buffing with Lunar Boost to give extra attack. Shade leveling up on SPZ's side. There's a 999. I think that may have been a double stacked. And having the girl help out, freeze the mana beast for a little bit by casting some of her own magic. So yeah, it looks like SoBeeZee is doubling up, casting 2 instances of Evil Gate back to back and letting them deal big damage. And Solar will be doing the same thing. You know, if only they had spent some money leveling up the sword. There's 7, possibly 8 orbs, perfectly good orbs sitting in their inventory. I know not a lot of money going on, but getting Dryad, getting both characters, knowing that you're going to pick up Luna along the way, already having Gnome, I can't help but think that I would get here and not deal with Shade strats. SoBeeZee is now going to dodge the oncoming Fireball from the Mana Beast. Solar Cell also going for Evil Gate strat, Shade strats. Okay, SoBeeZee, before he casts a wall, you need to set some stuff off. No? What are you doing? You can do it now. You can cast now. Are you going to wait for him to cast a wall? Oh no, he's already dead. He's already dead. I didn't realize. Oh, okay. Wow, look how close this was. So they both killed it. They both killed the Mana Beast. So SoBeeZee actually burned a little bit of time. If the Mana Beast was dead, he was not going to take any damage from him flying in. SoBeeZee finishing, oh my gosh, just mere like 15 seconds or so before Solar. There it is. So both of them killing the Mana Beast in its first cycle as it flew away. Wow. What an ending. What an ending. Solar with a 154.12, SoBeeZee winning with a 153.45. Very close. 27-second difference. Very close. Wow. B, I'll never forget you, ever. Oh man. That was cool. That was cool to see a couple of people play. Like, I haven't watched anybody play through a full seed since around the time that I started playing Secret Mono Randomizer, which was probably like over 3 years ago. When I first started playing, I watched some old recordings that, honestly, I think I saw one of Solar, maybe one of SoBeeZee. I saw one of Menblock that they had up on YouTube. Just trying to see what they were doing and learning and stuff like that. But I haven't watched anybody, other than like catching like the end of people playing live and stuff like that, back when I used to stream, that I would pass people off to go watch their streams. I haven't watched anybody go through a seed in a while. It was cool to see how people, what their decisions they would make and everything like that. Opening, very different. My opening is usually like, let's just clear a lot of the freebies. I would have found the Sprite. I'm trying to think if I would have done Northtown before doing Pandora. I probably would have done Pandora and then gone to Northtown. I probably would have fought whatever was there. Was it Lich? I would have fought Lich with just the boy and struggled through that and then gone to Northtown. But yeah, a lot of the same decisions I would have made, which is just like, I don't want to go to Matenko Cave. I don't want to go to Doppelgangers. I don't want to do this. I don't know if I would have decided to climb the mountain to get those hints, though. You know? So, anyway, that was cool. That was cool to watch. Congratulations to SoBeeZee for the win in this mock-up race. Full disclosure, Solar and SoBeeZee, neither of them got fastest time or slowest time for this race, but they were just like two runners that had times close together for this weekly seed. It was really cool to see. I would like to thank them. Here, let me go ahead and pause that on Solar side because it's ending. I would like to thank both of them for letting me, user streams. I'm gonna go ahead and pause SPCs as well. And we got some jazzy music to play this out here from Spectrum of Mana. I'd like to thank Solar and SPZ for letting me use their restreams or use their VODs to make this video. That was a lot of fun. Once again, shout outs to them and go check them out. I've got links to both of their Twitch channels in the link or in the about section, whatever you call it, the description below, the doobly-doo. That's what everybody calls it, the doobly-doo. As well as links to the Discord server for the Secret Mono Randomizer community. Come hang out. We're a friendly group of people. It's a fun game. You should check it out. You don't have to race. Just try some stuff out. Find some settings that you like. You don't even have to play with the open world randomizer settings. You could just play the vanilla game, but randomized. That is also an option that the program allows you to do. Shout out to Moppleton for doing all that. Thank you so much for this incredible variation on the game. Shout out to Spectrum of Mana as well. Go check out their music. Free to download. 3 albums as well as a bunch of artwork that fans made for this game. And yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna log off for now. And thank you all so much for watching through this. And maybe I'll do this again sometime in the future. I had a lot of fun doing this. I've been talking for the last 2 hours. My throat is sore. I'm going to go turn in for the night. All right. Bye, everybody. Y'all take care.